Well, for your first rental property, it's important to do one thing, and that is to buy your first rental property. When it's time for somebody's first deal, right, and they're ready to pull the trigger and they're asking that question, should I just get a single family home for a residence or should I go get a vacation rental? So what should I do? I think the most important thing is to first do the deal and make sure the deal works numbers wise. One of the things you want to ask yourself if you're doing a deal is, can you exit out of that in multiple ways? If you can only exit out one way, it's probably not a good deal. But if you're talking specific about a rental property or an investment property, you want to make sure that if you can rent it to a long-term tenant, that it makes sense, that you're cash flowing and that your cash flow is more than your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, and have a little money in case, oh crap happens, right? If something needs to be taken care of once the tenant comes in and they're living in there and the air conditioner goes out. Do you have money for that? But the most important thing to do is do the deal. Right now, interest rates have been historically low. They're ticking up. And so you got to take stock of, hey, if I buy this at this interest rate, what is my cash flow? The other part that you have to think about is, who's going to manage this property? You know, if it's a short-term rental, are you going to take the time to learn all of Airbnb's rules, VRBO's rules? I'm an expert in one field. I find deals. I'm not good at managing property. In fact, I'm horrible at it. But I know people who are. I would gladly pay somebody part of what we get an income if they're able to manage that property efficiently, effectively. So those are the questions you've got to ask yourself. But those are the questions you can only ask yourself if you do the deal. And so I always tell people, you've got to go through this process of learning. And when you invest in a property your first time, whether you realize this or not, is you're actually investing in yourself, because then it's time for you to pivot, because you've got to learn new skill sets. You've got to learn how to do things. You've got to learn who is going to help you do those things. That's how I did it. Made a lot of mistakes. You don't have to make those mistakes again. Go to YouTube. Go follow the gurus. Not the gurus. Follow the people that do. The durus, right? The people that are showing you, hey, this is my Airbnb, or this is my rental house, or this is my Turo that I rent out. They are actually showing you what they do, and don't do this, don't do that.